I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I forget how gay-looking I am. I forget, and then something will happen. Like, the other night, I was walking around New York City, where I live, and I saw this guy leaving an office building, and he saw me, and he just goes, "Good Lord." And I was like, good. I turned behind me. The person behind me was like, And I just got this premonition, because he didn't say it in a mean way. I was like, I bet this guy just got done with like a brutal 15-hour gender diversity training where he was getting grilled all day, and he passed by like half a point, and then he goes to leave, and I'm the first person he runs into, and I look like a little HR booby trap, like, hey, yeah, what's up, buddy? I'm the final level. HR sent me in to see if you can graduate. Let's go! My mom called me today, and she was like, the country is so divided right now. So divided. I think it's critical with comedy. You talk about something everyone can relate to, something that transcends race and class and gender and will bring Americans together around a unifying topic. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, do you have any suggestions? And she goes, something everyone can get behind, like the fact that your father is an asshole, okay? He's an asshole. My dad's not an asshole. He's very conservative, but he tries, and I appreciate that. Like, this is one of my favorite things he does. Okay, he calls me every time he thinks he sees a gay person. Thinks he sees. He did it the other day from the supermarket. He's like, honey, I'm in the frozen food section. I think I see a lesbian. And I was like, that's great, Dad. Leave her alone, whatever. Back away. It's like he's a bird watcher, but for gay people. That's what it feels like. Now I'm worried that he's walking around the supermarket doing some weird lesbian bird call, just going by this woman like, Subaru, 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 Subaru. I'm pretty good at this. Put out some hummus in aisle 6. I'm gonna get her. He always asks, my dad, every time he sees a gay couple, he'll go, who's the man one? Who's the man one? He'll even do it if it's two men. He'll go, who's the man one with those men? And I had to take him aside. I was like, hey, you gotta stop doing that. And he goes, 'cause it's not PC. And I was like, well, take that out of it. At least like 6 out of 10 times, it's visually obvious, okay? Like, it's two men. One of them's in a sundress. Who don't you think, all right? I know it's wrong, but sometimes I like to say I'm the man one. I think we can deconstruct these things to reconstruct them. And I like to say it for fun. I go, I'm the man one. Like, every time I take out the trash, man one. Every time I kill a bug, pow, man one. Every time I avoid conflict, man one, man one, man one. And women ones hate it. When you call yourself the man one, woo! The first time my girlfriend heard me call myself the man one, she went, ugh, you sound obnoxious and ignorant and like you don't even know what you're talking about. And I was like, yeah, see? I'm the man. That's what I said. See, you women ones, you just talk. You don't listen. That's the problem. Unbelievable. Someone tried to set me up with another man one once, and I'm embarrassed how I reacted. I flipped out. I was like, you think I'd be into something like that? You can't do that. That's wrong. I sounded like a conservative senator from Texas. I was like, two man ones? No. You listen to me. It has to be one man one with one woman one, like in the Bible. That's how it has to be. What is happening to the American family? There's no structure, no balance of energy. My girlfriend's family is so different from mine. My girlfriend's family is Mexican and Italian. Everything is a celebration. They all get together and they do things like they have a family game night on Tuesdays. My family is German and very uptight. My girlfriend was like, well, like, what kind of games did you guys play on family game night? And I was like, psychological, okay? Mental games all year round. You guys are playing Monopoly. I was trying to figure out if my uncle was really my father. I don't know. My mom's uptight. This is how uptight my mom is. Okay, one time in high school, I came home. I was like, I can't take it. I'm going to kill myself. And my mom goes, not in the house. Okay. Not in the house. I have book club. In the house, not in the house. And then because I said that, I had to go to this weird inpatient rehab center. I'm in there for threatening to kill myself. I had a roommate who was in there for threatening to kill somebody else. I was like, are they trying to speed up the process? Like, who is this lazy admissions person? Like, mutual interest, match him up, match him up. She had threatened to kill someone, and she had something called multiple personality disorder, which I wanted to be sensitive to, but I didn't know how. So every night I'd just be in bed like, good night, everybody. I don't know if this is the right thing to say. My dad was obsessed with trying to figure out how many personalities she had to. He goes, aren't you curious what you're working with? This is his big plan. He goes, how about you put out a bowl of candy and you tell her? Everybody takes one piece. How about that? Pretty clever, right? I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good. My uncle is special needs, and my friend asked me if my uncle was legally special needs. And that tripped me up, because I was like, well, I mean, he's not illegally special needs. I never thought about it, but I'm so neurotic, I started thinking, like, what if he's faking it? What if he figured out at a young age that life is really hard, so he just pretended he didn't understand, and now he kind of gets to do what he wants. Like, if you ask him something he doesn't want to answer, he just walks off. That's amazing. Imagine that power. Someone's like, hey, I just took up CrossFit. Do you want it? Walk off. Exit. Get out. So I was asking my mom, I was like, hey, I'm just curious, like, how do we know he was legally special needs? What's that line? And my mom's like, we knew when he passed a test, okay? And I was like, you mean when he failed the test? That's kind of condescending to say pass the test. No one takes a test, gets diagnosed as being legally special needs, and then is like, fucking nailed it, okay? I don't know how other people did, but I killed that. I got my own parking spot, so... Thank God he passed it, though, because wouldn't this be worse? Like, imagine going in and getting tested to see if you're special needs, and then you're not. But you have to live your whole life knowing your own parents thought you were. Woo! That's brutal. You got to deal with the doctor coming out. Good news and bad news, okay? Good news, your child is not legally special needs. Bad news, I see why you brought him in here. Yeah. It's off by one question. I don't know. Start from scratch. Maybe a gluten allergy. I don't know. I started going to therapy. And in the middle of a session the other day, my therapist goes, Emma, look, it's imperative that you create a boundary with your mother around money. And I was like, I agree, but I should let you know she pays for you, so you might want to be careful how you're talking about your boss. I don't know. I could never be a therapist. I'm too much of a gossip. You're not allowed to talk about your clients with your other clients at all, but you're in with these people all day, back-to-back sessions. I'd be bursting at the seams. Someone would tell me something kind of juicy. They'd leave, next person would come in, I'd be like, close the door, close the door, close the door. Actually, you know what? Run out. Get a good look at them. You need context for this, okay? Woo! Then come back in, you sit in my chair, I'll pay you today. Does that work out? Because I can't. With these people, I gotta process this, it's too much. I told my therapist I was having comedy writer's block, and she goes, I can help. How about I tell you things from our sessions I think are funny? And I was like, I didn't think anything from our sessions was funny. And then she took out another notebook, a separate. What was that? And I asked her for an example. I was curious. And she was like, okay, do you remember when you told me that your father cheated on your mother with the woman Carol, who was 4'11"? And then your mom just became fixated on figuring out whether or not Carol was legally a little person or not? I was like, that is kind of funny, actually. Yeah, if you don't mind, give me the rest of those notes, please. Thank you. Of all the things to recall, yeah, sure. I had told her that months ago, too. I was like, were you just sitting on this, waiting for the right moment to be like, by the way, that was a little funny. It was a little funny, little funny, little funny. I'm from Maine originally. I'm from a very small town in Maine. We had about 2,000 people in the whole town, so we only had one police officer, and his name's Scott, and he would be in town on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and people were still getting arrested even though Scott was posting his schedule and sticking to it. Not a good look for the town. And I used to talk about him, and I would use his real name, and then I got to film something for TV, and they were like, look, you got to change the name, otherwise you could get sued. So I changed the name from Scott to Dave. And then when it aired, I got like 200 messages from my hometown of 2,000 people being like, how could you forget Scott's name? How could you forget? He arrested you like 15 times. How could you forget Scott's name? Maine is the whitest state in the whole country, or Maine was the whitest state for a long time. And I told my girlfriend that, and she was like, okay, so what does that mean? Like, did you see a lot of racism growing up? And I was like, no. And she was like, that's great. And I was like, maybe I'm not describing it well. I didn't see any different races. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I saw no different races. The other day, someone was like, that's not true. I know a black person from Maine. And I wasn't even trying to be silly. I was just like, is it Sebastian Green? And they went, what the hell? He moved. You gotta update. You gotta update your weird little book. One thing I appreciate about being from a small town is everybody stays up on everything, which can feel suffocating when you're there, but over the years it was nice. Like, years ago I played a murderer on a TV show. Just a quick little part. I killed someone. That was it, right? And when I would go home for years after that aired, people would see me at the grocery store and they'd be like, murder. And I'd be like, it was fun. And I love the idea of someone having no context and just seeing someone go murder and me being like, yeah, you know, I'm trying out here. I'm trying. So that was all fun and games until I was in New York and I was standing next to this woman at a coffee shop and she goes, I'll have a coffee and she's famous. So I was like, oh, you saw me be a murderer? I thought only people in my hometown saw that, but yes, that was me, you know, murder. And she looked kind of confused, and then I realized she didn't say, I'll have a coffee and she's famous. She said, I'll have a coffee and a cheese Danish. So to this poor woman, she orders a coffee and a cheese Danish, and I excitedly go, oh, you saw me be a murderer? Oh. I thought only people from my hometown saw that, but yeah, that was me. Murder, like the most loose-lipped psychotic murderer ever. How many things had to go wrong to create that moment? And as I realized what happened, I turned bright red, but then she freaks me out because she didn't freak out. She didn't freak out. She just took it in and went, well, good luck with that, and walked off. Petrified. I love Law and Order Special Victims Unit. That's my guilty pleasure. And it's just like sometimes everything feels so like convoluted and crazy, and then Law and Order Special Victims Unit, right, wrong, dun dun, justice, you know. But I think it's weird they call it Special Victims Unit because aren't all victims special? Like, could you imagine being the victim of a stabbing and you go in to report it at Special Victims Unit and they're like, wrong unit. This unit's for special victims. And you're like, well, I got stabbed by my neighbor. And they're like, all right, was it with his dick? No, down the hall. All right, bye. Get out of here. No semen, no service. You're not getting in. Bye. It's insane to me the executive producer of that show is named Dick Wolf, too. It's like, it's a sex crime show. And I didn't notice that for years. I feel like if a woman had the equivalent name, I would have noticed it much quicker. If I was watching and I was like, executive producer, Vulva Fox. I don't know about that. This is crazy. My sister got married not too long ago, and her and I... Oh, well, let me rephrase that. I was about to say we're not that close, but I just realized... So... My sister God bless her. God bless her. My sister got married, which is very exciting, and she had me be the maid of honor, which I was surprised about, right? So she has me be the maid of honor, and right away she's like, okay, and here's the deal. I want you to wear this dress. And I was like, oh, okay. It was a very floofy, over-the-top situation. And I was like, all right, well, like, walk me through it. Like, why? She goes, simple, it's the pictures. If you don't wear this dress, it will ruin the pictures. And I was like, okay, I hear you, but I just want you to know if I do wear this dress, it's also gonna ruin the pictures. I wanna manage expectations because if I wear this dress for you, I'm gonna be so uncomfortable that I'll be posing in these pictures even more masculine than normal, so I'll just be in these pictures posing like... I don't think that's what you want. So she goes, scratch the dress, and she ended up having me wear something called a romper, which is like, yeah, for romping in a field or whatever you do with it, I don't know. But it's a top connected to a bottom, so I thought it was called a onesie. So for like 4 months, I was going around like, my sister's making me wear a onesie at her wedding, and not one person was like, I think you've got that wrong. Not one. Everyone was like, I could see a onesie for you. So we got this onesie, and then she really wanted me to wear these high heels, and she kept showing me pictures of the high heels, and I was like, I can't do it, I can't. And then she snapped, and she goes, I don't know what to do, Emma. I'm so desperate to compromise with you. The other day at work, I Googled lesbian high heels. And I was like, what did you find? What popped up? And she just went, nothing popped up! Thank God I would have had to wear whatever it was. My mom was like, not even like a combat boot of sorts? Like, I don't know, something combative? What does Rosie O'Donnell wear in these situations? My mom does this very, like, mom thing. I don't know if anyone else's mom does this. They must. She identifies herself whenever she leaves me a voice message. But we talk like 3 times a week, and she's my mom. Every message starts like this. She goes, hey, it's your mother. Like I would ever get a message from my own mother and be like, who is this? They're obsessed with me. I had to ask her, like, Mom, who do you think I'm talking to that would leave me a similar message to you? Just calling me up like, hey, I was looking at pictures of you and your sister in the tub as babies. So cute. I just showed everybody at book club. Side note, Nancy didn't read the book again. Anyway, call me back. It's Rodrigo, your landlord. Rent is due. I'm thinking about ya. Where did that come from? My sister's a nutritionist, which is great. Love to get the advice. But the other day she told my dad, she's like, you're inflamed. She goes, you need to try something simple like the caveman diet where you only eat things you could hunt or gather. And I was like, okay, but like, you think he can't gather a Pop-Tart? Like, I think he can hunt up some DiGiorno, something, you know. He can do that. She has her kids drink pea milk, which is great, but intense. I was babysitting and she was like, okay, the pea milk is in the fridge. I said, what? The pea milk? And she was like, yes, Emma, milk from peas, that's what we drink. And I was like, oh my God. Really? Pea milk? And she was like, don't be immature about it. And I was like, I won't. 10 years ago, if you told me I had to drink pea milk, I would have thought I was about to meet R. Kelly. That's what I would have thought. Why does my sister have his pea? I don't think that's the weirdest name for a food product, though. I think that's nut butter, which every time I see nut butter, I'm always like, She was like, don't be immature about nut butter either. We also have that in the house. And I was like, I won't be immature about it. Just tell me where you keep the dick salt and we'll keep it moving. When I first saw nut butter, I was like, this is confusing. People are gonna think it's a moisturizing butter for nuts. That's what I thought. And I was worried. I was like, this is no good. People are gonna buy it. They're gonna put it on their nuts. It's gonna be pandemonium. And then I realized there is no widely marketed moisturizing butter for nuts. That's crazy to me. There should be something. Something like Dove, every ball sack is beautiful. Something. In Sephora, there are just sections of face cream for women. There should be a little corner for nuts. Something. I also don't know how things went so wrong as a society that I'm the one bringing up a need for nut moisturizer. Like, how did we get here? My friend was like, dude, it's not a conspiracy. It's not needed. This is what he said. He was like, look, if I don't take a shower for a couple days and oil forms around my nuts. I don't know why I'm giving him such big nuts. Whatever. Boom. He goes, an oil forms around my nuts and they're moisturized. They're good to go. And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. And then I told a couple people that and they were like, no, your friend has fucked up nuts. Okay. He's got like a medical condition. That friend of mine, Steve, he had me dog sit for him and he lied to me. He was like, the dog's trained, he's an angel. This dog, not trained. Saying this dog is trained would be like someone on a dating app saying they live in a gated community, but they live in prison. It's like that. The dog is not trained. And I'm not allowed to have dogs in my apartment building, so I was like, oh, this is a disaster. But I thought it was all good, and then I was with the dog, I ran into my landlord. And he goes, no dogs. That dog has to go, unless it's a service animal. And then I lied, and I shouldn't have done it, but I was like, it's a service animal. And then the second I said that, the dog started humping my leg. I'm panicking, but I kept lying. I was just like, and this is the service I need, okay? This is it. This is what balances me out. I'm just waiting for him to come so I can call my mom. I don't know, I'm sorry. Then I called my friend, and I was like, hey, what do you do when the dog's humping you? Because I didn't want to, like, sex shame the dog, you know? And he was like, kick him off. What did you do? And I was like, no, he's humping me still. Like, what? Going for it. He was like, did anyone see that? And I was like, yeah, quite a few people saw it. And then he was like, it's okay. It's so obviously a boy dog, and you're so obviously gay, no one will think it's sexual. And I was like, ooh, I wasn't worried about that. That hadn't even occurred to me that people be walking by like, lesbians are disgusting. Gay people, gross. For a while, my opening credit was that I had opened for Louis C.K. That was my opening credit. I was opening for him right before he got in trouble for jerking off in front of his openers. Bad timing. My mom called me hysterical. She was like, oh my God, you're doing comedy with him? Did he jerk off in front of you? And I said no, and then she went, oh, were you the only one? Like, I messed up. That's what it felt like. I couldn't help it. I got defensive. I was like, I'm not the only one, okay? There were others, and we have our own movement. There's Me Too, and then there's Not Me. That's us, all right? We go to the marches. We hang in the back. I've thought so much about what he did, and doesn't it seem like when it comes to, like, not jerking off in front of people when they don't want you to, it'd be so easy to not do that? Like, none of you guys are doing it. I don't even know what I'd do if someone was, to be totally honest. Maybe, like, if I tried a new joke and no one liked it, but you started jerking off, I'd be like, I appreciate that, man. Had that new joke go, well, one guy liked it a lot, so I don't know. Let's see, we'll try it again. Show business is brutal. I don't know when I started doing this, but for the past couple months, I've been commenting on porn videos. It's very compulsive, and I'm doing it as a way to give back. That's what I tell myself, because I comment on the video if the title of the video doesn't match up with the content of the video. I say something, you know? And I didn't realize how weird it was to be a porn commenter. Till my friend was like, dude, can you believe some idiots think real people comment on porn videos? And I was like, who do you think comments? And he goes, robots. Obviously, it's just robots trying to get people to go over to their page. And I was staring out the window of an Uber like, it's not all robots. He got in my head. I was gonna stop, but then I saw this one. It was titled, "Verbal Wife Gets Banged Out by Neighbor," and verbal was in all caps. And then she said nothing. So I felt like I had to say something, you know? Not on my watch. I took it right to the comments. I was like, hey guys, this is clickbait. I watched the whole thing. I checked the sound on my computer. She's not verbal. He's not verbal. It's not verbal. If you're looking for a verbal woman, go over to Alabama Housewife on the next page. Boom! Trying to be friendly. Save people some time. So I do this. I forgot about it. Then I was having dinner at my sister's house, and I got an alert that somebody had commented on my comment, which I didn't even know you could do that. I took my phone out right away. I was trying to check it. Pow. The second my phone was in my hands, my sister goes, Emma, no phones at the dinner table. It's a bad example for the kids. And I was like, you have no idea how bad an example this is for the kids. But I had to check it. This is what this guy said. He was like, hey, thank you so much for your comment. It was my anniversary with my wife. I had 10 minutes to come and get ready for dinner, and if it wasn't for you, I would have wasted time on this video. At this point, I put my hand over my heart and started talking to myself. I was like, that's why you do what you do. That's why you gotta keep commenting. He goes, but because of you, I came quickly. I had time to wrap her anniversary present. That same dinner, my sister goes, Emma, I'm curious, do you ever do anything for other people? And I was like, you have no idea. I always think of porn as something that has an edge to it, and that's why it gets sought out, because it's like we're looking for something a little edgier than what we have in our sex life. It's like why it's fantastical a little bit, you know? And my friend was like, no way. Nope. Everything I look up, I would do in real life. And I was like, what do you look up? And he goes, gangbang. Gangbang porn. And I was like, you would go to a gangbang. You, with your social anxiety, would go... Or like stuck porn. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's like very popular. It's always got tons and tons of views. If you don't know what it is, stuck porn will be like, there'll be like an open window or open car door or an open laundry machine. Basically, something is open. And then someone sees that something is open and they stick their head through it. And uh-oh, they get stuck. And then someone sees that they're stuck and they're like, hey, are you stuck? Because now you're about to get fucked. That's it. That's the whole premise. So many views, and I refuse to believe there's millions of people walking around like, ooh, I hope somebody gets stuck today. Don't close that window. I've got a date later, please. I need this. I like talking about porn. I think it offers interesting insight into the human condition, like why we search out what we search out. I think it's fun. But I never wanted to talk about porn with my mother, and then I screwed up. I watched porn at her house. I was doing some commenting. I watched porn at her house. I forgot about it. On her computer, I watched porn on her computer. I wasn't thinking it was compulsive. I watched it. I kind of clocked how weird that was, and then I went to bed. And the next morning, my mom was like, hey, I think your sister was watching porn on my computer. I would think it was you, but it was straight porn, so it has to be your sister. And she hasn't been home in months, so she must have flown home, watched porn, and left. That is psychotic behavior. It's disturbing. And I was like, Mom, it wasn't her, that was me. And she was like, but it's straight porn, I'm confused. And I was like, yeah, porn's complicated, like I like to picture myself as the guy, like there's a lot going on. Porn is like, it's like kind of fantastical, we seek out things that have like an edge to it, She's not getting this at all. She's like, what, so what, and I was like, okay, like, I don't think people really want everything that these popular porn searches say that they want. Like, I don't think millions of people want to watch stuck porn. And she's like, and I was like, it's like, she's like, oh yeah, where they get stuck in the window? I know about that. Okay, you guys are great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.